Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today's lecture is on completing the squares. So we'll start new exercise today, exercise 1b. Before that, we need to do some basics and we need to know about some formulas before we start the exercise. Let's start. So we have some basic algebraic formulas. I hope everyone knows. So these are some basic algebraic formulas and if I want to tell you about these, a plus b whole square can be written as a plus b times a plus b. As if I say x square can be written as x times x, or 2 square can be written as 2 times 2. So I write a plus b whole square as a plus b times a plus b. So this can be simplified as a times a plus of b plus of b a plus of b times a plus of b. This can be written as a square plus ab plus b square, sorry, not b square, plus ba plus b square. So ab and ba both are same things. Multiplication gives us same value. So we can write it as a square plus b square plus 2 times ab. Alright, so this is how we get our first formula. Now if I check for negative, again what I will do, I will multiply a minus b with a minus of b. This can give us a times a minus of b and minus b times a minus of b, which can be written as a square minus ab minus ba minus minus plus b square. So at last we can write a square plus b square minus 2ab. There is also one very nice way to remember this. So we don't need to memorize all these formulas. If we know a plus b whole square is equal to a square plus b square plus 2ab, what we can do is we can just change the value of b as negative b. So in place of b, we can substitute negative b for a minus b whole square. This can be written as a plus of minus b whole square, which we can write as a square plus negative b square plus 2 times a times negative b. So at last we get a square. Square of a negative number is positive, b square, and negative positive negative 2ab. This way we get to know two formulas. Okay, so now what we'll do, we'll have some questions, some quadratic equations. We'll try solving them by using these formulas. So that is known as completing the squares. This equation is not complete. Whole square formula has three terms. So a square plus b square plus 2ab. Only two terms are given over here. If I take first term as some x, because a square and x square are same, second term is missing, right? B square is missing, and we have plus of, I don't know what we'll write over here, and we have negative 6x over here, right? So with the help of first and second term, I can find my third term. That should be over here. So I can say that a is x, this term is 2ab, right? That is 6x. Sign will tell us which particular completing the square formula we'll use over here. So either way, we will use a plus of b or a minus of b. So minus present will take -1. So 2ab is 6x, a is x. So we can write in place of a as x, b is equal to 6x. So b is 6x over 2x, that is 3. We get b as 3. What is missing? B square. We need 9 over here. Okay, but we can't randomly add 9 to an equation. To keep the equation same, what we'll do, x square minus 6x plus of 9 will complete this square, right? So we got the formula of a minus b whole square, where a is x and b is 3. But to keep the equation same, I will subtract 9 from here. Okay, equation is same as before, but we added 9 and we subtracted 9. We are just changing the form of equation. So now this is my formula of whole square. So I will do x minus of 3 whole square minus 9 is what I need. Okay, so this is in form of x plus a square plus of b. So if I want to write plus of b, we can just write it like this. Okay, so now my a is equal to -3, b is equal to minus of 9. Clear according to this quotient? Okay, let's move forward. So we have plus over here. It means the formula that we'll take will be of a plus b whole square. That is a square plus 2ab plus b square. We have a square, which is x square. We have 2ab, that is 8x. Clear? We don't have b square as well as b. So we can say that a is equal to x. We can say that 2ab is equal to 8x. If we substitute this, we get 2xb is equal to 8x, b is equal to 4, right? We get the value of b. So b square is equal to 16. So we'll add and subtract 16 in this equation. We get x square plus 8x plus of 16 will complete our whole square, and minus of 16 will keep the equation same. So now we'll just write it as x plus of 4 whole square minus of 16. That's all. C part. Now again we'll compare it. Sign is of negative, so we'll use a minus b whole square. That is a square minus 2ab plus b square. Correct? So comparing it with the equation, we get x square minus 3x, and we don't know what's over here in b. So a becomes x, 2ab is equal to 3 of x, right? If we substitute this value, we get 2xb is equal to 3x. We get b as 3 by 2. If b is 3 by 2, b square will be 9 by 4. So we'll add 9 by 4 to this equation and subtract 9 by 4. So we get x square minus 3x plus 9 by 4, that is required for completing the whole square, and minus 9 by 4, that is required for keeping the equation same. So by this way we get our whole square, that is x minus because this is 2ab term, that tells us which whole square it is. So x minus and b. This is b square. So b is root of this, that is 3 by 2 whole square minus of 9 by 4. I hope it is clear now. So again, we'll compare it plus, so a plus b whole square, that is a square plus b square plus 2ab. Okay, we compare it, we get a is equal to x and 2ab is equal to 15x. So we get x square. Okay, so we can write it as 2 times xb is equal to 15x. B is equal to 15 by 2, right? So if b is 15 by 2, b square is equal to 15 15s, 225, all right, divided by 4. So we'll use this. So x square plus 15x plus of 225 by 4 and minus of 225 by 4. We are subtracting this so that the equation remains same. Over here we get x plus of 15 by 4, 2 whole square and a minus of 15 by 2 square, or we can just leave it as 225 by 4, right? Anything will work. Clear? Okay. Now we have one third term over here, but for our surprise, this term is not helping us. This is making the equation more complicated. We are not able to write whole square with the help of this third term. So we'll follow the same procedure. We'll do as we were doing, and we'll keep this term aside and we'll simplify it at the end. What do I mean by that? By comparing it, because the middle term is positive, so a plus b whole square, a plus b whole square is equal to a square plus b square plus 2ab. Okay, so comparing it, we get a is equal to x, we get 2ab is equal to 4x. So if I substitute this, we get 2 of xb is equal to 4x. It means b is equal to, we divided, we get 2. So if b is 2, b square is equal to 4, right? So we get b square as 4. It means x square plus 4x plus 16. Sorry, not 16. B square is 4. So plus of 4, and this completes our whole square, plus of 8, which is already here, and minus of 4. Simplify the equation, right? So minus of 4 to keep the equation same. We are not changing the equation. We are just changing the form, right? So if we do this, we get x plus of 2 whole square, and over here we get plus of 4. That's all. Okay, f part. So almost same things. We have negative over here. So for negative, what we'll do, we'll take it as a minus b whole square is equal to a square minus 2ab plus b square, right? So we get now a as x, 2ab as 4x. So 2xb is equal to 4x. B is equal to 2. Let's use this, b square as 4. So x square minus 4x plus of 4 minus of 8 and if we complete the square, we are left with subtraction of 4, so that the equation remains same. So x plus sorry, negative, because middle term is negative, minus 2 whole square minus of 12. Clear? Okay. So part G, positive term. So a plus b whole square is equal to a square plus b square plus 2ab. A is x and 2ab is 7x. 2xb is 7x. B is equal to 7 by 2. So b square is equal to 49 by 4. We'll use these. So we get x square plus 7x plus 49 by 4 minus 49 by 4 and plus of 1. So we do this, we get x square plus 7x plus 49 by 4 minus of, we'll take LCM over here, we get 45 by 4. Okay, so this gives us x plus 49 by, sorry, x plus 7 by 4 whole square, sorry, 7 by 2 whole square and minus of 45 by 4. Now we have, we'll compare it with negative term. So negative a negative b whole square is equal to a square plus b square minus 2ab, and comparing it, we get a is equal to x and 2ab is equal to 3x. Substitute this, b is equal to 1.5, or we can say b is equal to 3 by 2. If b is 3 by 2, we can say that b square is equal to 9 by 4. So we substitute these, we get x square minus 3x plus 9 by 4 plus of 4, and to remain the equation same, we'll subtract by 9 by 4. So we can say that this equation becomes x minus 3 by 2 whole square, and we take LCM as 4. 16 minus 9 is plus of 7 by 4. Alright, okay, let's continue. So now question 2. Express each of the following in the form of ax plus b whole square. We have one constant over here, so it means we need to take something common. We'll check it. And plus of c, that's like the previous questions. So for this a to be over here, we need to take a constant common from the whole square term. Let's check. Ignore this 19. We'll go with the previous thing only. So since we have negative over here, we'll take a minus b whole square formula, that is a square minus 2ab plus of b square, right? So now what we'll do, we will take only a. So I think we should take 2 common. let's first write a as x. So if we take 2 common, we can write it like this. So one sec. So if I take 2 common from these two terms only, no 19. So it becomes x square minus 6x plus of 19, right? So comparing this equation, we get a as 6, we get 2ab as 6x. So if I substitute x over here, 2xb is equal to 6x, b is equal to 3. If b is 3, it means b square should be 9. So what I will do, I will add this over here and subtract it also. So 2x square minus 6x, adding 9, subtracting 9, and plus of 19. Why I'm subtracting 9 over here? Why not outside the bracket? Because there is one operation lying over here. So to keep the equation same, for so that the equation form of the equation doesn't change, I will subtract right away where we are adding this 9. All right. So I subtract 9 over here. Now I don't need this 9 within this bracket. So I will take this out. So when this 9 goes out, what we get is x square minus 6x plus of 9. This 9 going out, it is negative of 9 twos 18 plus of 19, right? So when I multiply 9 by 2, we get 18. That also of negative. Now I can write it as x minus of 3 whole square and positive of 1. Clear? I hope there is no doubt. Let's move to the next question. Similarly, we'll take 3 common. We get x square minus 4x. We'll ignore negative 1. So negative 1 remains outside. We'll try completing this whole square. Okay. So a over here is x. B is 4x. So if I substitute this, what I get is 2ab. Sorry. So 2ab is 4x. If I substitute this I get 2x. B is equal to 4x. B is equal to 4 by 2. That is 2. If b is 2, b square is equal to 4. So why I'm writing all this is so that you get to know what is the basic behind this working over here. So we don't need to write this an exam or anything. This is just to understand what is the flow of the question, how to get to know what is the desired b square. So this is how we'll know that. I will also tell you a simple way of doing it, but we should know the basic of maths. All right, let's continue. We get the b square, we'll substitute that inside. We also subtract it with the b square. So we get 3x square negative 4x plus of 4 minus of 4, and we have negative 1 outside, negative 1. So we'll remove this negative 4 out. We get 3x square minus 4x plus of 4 and negative of 12 negative 1. So we'll complete the formula here. We get 3x negative 2 whole square minus of 13. This is what we. All right. So if we observe, mostly what we are doing is, if we find b, that is actually half of 2ab. So b is 2. If we see previous question, b is half of 6. If we see previous question, b is All right. So over here, b is half of the coefficient of x. So if we want to find b square, what we'll do, we'll half the coefficient of x. We'll not take the sign. We'll just choose a number. We'll ignore the sign, and we'll half the coefficient of x and we'll square it. Then we'll get b square, right? So b will be half of the coefficient of x, because the coefficient of x is 2 times a times b. Not the coefficient of x, the complete term is 2 times a times b. A is x term, right? So the remaining part is 2b. A is x term until and unless we change this. We change something over here. So that's why we need to know the complete basic. But for a brief idea, if I want to just know what is b without calculating this long, I will just see, yes, this is 2 times b. 2 times b means half of this will be b, so it is 3 by 2. Done, right? Let's also try like this. So right, let's continue. Okay, so we have 2, common will take x square plus 5 by 2x minus 1, will take it outside. So this term is 2 times b is 5 by 2. So b is 5 by 4. Done. B square should be 25 by 16. That's all. Okay. So 2 x square, this will work only when we have just x square over here. X square plus 5 by 2x plus, because sign is positive, so plus of 25 by 16 minus 25 by 16 minus of 1, right? So we have 2 times x and 5 by 2x plus 25 by 16. We'll take this outside. We get negative 25 by 8 minus 1, right? Now let's complete the whole square. We get 2x plus 5 by 4 whole square and minus of, we take LCM over here, we get negative 8, negative 25, negative 20, negative 8, we get negative of 33 by 8. That's all. This is our answer. D part, we'll again take 2 common. We get x square plus of 7 by 2, x plus of 5, right? 2b is this, it means b is equal to 7 by 4, right? If b is 7 by 4, it means b square should be 49 by 16. All right, 2x square plus 7 by 2x plus 49 by 16 minus 49 by 16 plus of 5. What we'll do, we'll bring this 49 by 16 negative 1 outside. So 2x square plus 7 by 2 7 by 2x plus 49 by 16 minus 49, and we are multiplying by 2, so by 8 plus of 5. Now we get 2, and we'll complete this whole square, that is a, which is x, plus b, which is 7 by 4 whole square, minus, so over here we have 49 and plus of 40 by 8. We can write it as 2x plus 7 by 4 whole square minus 9 by 8. That's it. That's our answer. All right, question number 3. So now this time our x square is negative. So what we need to do, so we don't have any extra constants over here right now. So we just have a square and 2ab term. So we'll take negative common first. So if I take negative common, negative 1, so we don't write 1, so just negative. So if I take this common out, I get x square minus of 4x. Now I'll continue like this. I'll do the completing of squares, and the negative b square what I will get, that I will bring outside. That will be my a. Let's try. So continuing like this. So 2b term is 4 and we have a negative, so it will be negative whole square. So a minus b whole square. So we get x square minus 4x. B is 2b is 4, b is 2, b square is 4, right? So plus of 4 minus of 4, right? Any doubt up till here? Okay, what we did, we took negative common, then sign changed, x square negative 4x. This term was of 2b, so b is 2 because 2b was 4. B square becomes 4, b square becomes 4, and we get 4 adding 4 subtracting 4. Now negative of x square minus 4x plus of 4 will take this negative 4 out, negative negative plus of 4. So we get 4 minus of, and this is x plus, sorry, not plus, middle term is negative, therefore negative 2 whole square, right? So if we open this whole square, we get a square, which is x square, plus b square, which is negative 2 square, 4, and minus 2ab. So minus 2 to the 4, and x, that is minus 4x. This is our answer. Clear? Next question is this. Again, we'll take negative out. So we get negative of x square plus, minus 8x. B is half of 2b, that is half of this 8. It means 4. B square is 16. We can write it as negative x square minus 8x, and plus of 16 minus of 16. We get negative x square minus 8x plus of 16, and this negative 16 comes out, plus of 16, negative negative positive. We get 16 minus x minus 4 square. This is our answer. Next is C. So we'll ignore this constant term. We'll not take negative common from this. We'll just ignore this. So let's continue. 4, we'll take negative common over here. So 3x, sorry, that's okay, 3x and plus of x square, that can be rearranged and written like 4 minus of x square plus of 3x. Clear? Now 2b is 3. 2b is 3. B is equal to 3 by 2. B square is equal to 9 by 4. We'll add 9 by 4 and subtract 9 by 4 to convert this in a whole square formula. We get 4 minus x square plus 3x plus 9 by 4 and minus 9 by 4, right? Now what we do, 4 minus of x square plus 3x plus 9 by 4, bringing this negative 9 by 4 out, we get positive 9 by 4, and these are the outer constants. We'll bring them together. So 4 plus 9 by 4 minus Now we can write this as 1 whole square, that is x and plus of 3 by 2 whole square, and we can also take LCM over here, that is 16 plus of 9, that is 25 by 4, and minus of x plus 3 by 2 whole square. That's our answer. Clear? Any doubt? Okay, I hope I'm explaining well. So let's go for next question. If you have any doubts, you can say them in comment section. I will reply. Next part. Again, ignore 9. Take negative common over here. We have x square will become positive and 5x will become negative. Now middle term, half of middle term is b. It means b is equal to 5 by 2. B square is equal to 25 by 4. We'll add that and subtract that. X square minus 5x plus 25 by 4 minus 25 by 4. Right? Equation is same. We're just changing the form. We'll take this 25 by 4 negative out. 9 minus x square, sorry, minus 5x plus 25 by 4, and it becomes plus 25 by 4. So it is 9 plus 25 by 4 minus of x minus 5 by 2 whole square. So 9 fours are 36. 36 plus 25 is 36 plus 25 is 61. Right? So minus of x minus 5 by 2 whole square. So this is our answer. Let's move forward. One second. I forgot 4 over here. Next part. Now this question says we need, now this is one step ahead. We'll take negative as well as some constant out. Right? So inside we have x, so we'll take whatever we have with x, that will take common out. So leave 7 as it is. We'll take negative 2 common. We get x square plus of 4x. That's it. We'll try completing the whole square, this particular formula. So 7 minus 2, and b is half of 4, that is 2. So b square will be 4 and minus of 4. We'll take this negative 4 out. We get 7 minus 2 x square plus 4x plus 4 plus of 4. Now now we'll add 4 with 7. So 7 plus 4 will become 11 minus 2, and we'll complete this whole square, that is x plus 2 whole square. I hope you understood this. Let's move towards the next question. All right. So we'll again take 3 common, not 3. We'll again take 2 common, negative 2, and we are left with x square and plus of 6x. 3 minus 2, x square plus 6x, and b over here is 3. So we'll add 9 square of b and subtract 9. Right? So now what we'll do, 3 minus of 2 We'll bring this negative 9 out. So x square plus 6x plus 9, and it becomes plus of 18. Clear? Negative 9 times negative 2, negative, negative, positive, 9 to the 18. 18 plus of 3, we get 21 minus 2, and complete this whole square, that is x plus of 3 whole square. Clear? Okay, so over here we'll keep this 13 as it is. We'll take negative 2 common again, we get x square, and if we take negative 2 common, we get negative 2x. It means if b is equal to 2b is equal to half of this is 1, b is 1. So what we'll do, 13 minus 2 x square minus 2x plus of 1, because b square is 1, and minus of 1. We get 13 minus of 2, and over here it is x square minus 2x plus of 1, and negative 1 goes out, multiplies with 2, it gives us 2. 13 plus 2 is 15 minus 2, and completing this whole square, x minus 1 whole square. Right? I hope you understood this, because the term over here was negative 2. We'll ignore negative, we'll just focus on this numeric value. So 2b should be 2, it means b will be 1. So square of 1 is 1, and we'll subtract that same value, so negative 1. All right. Two as it is. We'll take negative 3 common over here. We get x square minus 5 by 3x. Now b term is getting a bit complex. So 2b is 5 by 3. It means b is equal to 5 by 6. It means b square is equal to 25 by 36. 2 minus 3 x square minus 5 by 3x plus 25 by 36 minus 25 by 36. Alright, so what we get is 2 minus 3x, 2 minus 3 x square minus 5 by 3x plus 25 by 36. We'll bring this outside. It multiplies with a negative 3. It gives us plus of 3 times 25 by 36. So we get 2, and we divide this, we get plus of 25 by 12 minus 3, and over here it is x minus 5 by 6, because b is minus 5 by 6 whole square. We'll take LCM over here, we get 24. So 24 plus 25 by 12 minus 3, x minus 5 by 6 whole square. So if we add these, we get 49 by 12 minus 3, x minus 5 by 6 whole square. All right, that's done. Now something changes over here. So we need a whole square in which a part is some constant with x. It means we'll not take it common. We'll try that this numeric value is a perfect square and it goes inside a square. So this complete value should become a. What do I mean by that? 9 can be written as 3 square x square minus 6x minus of 3. Right? So I can just take square common. So 3x whole square minus 6x minus 3. Right? So this is a. So now my a is 3x. My b term is, 2ab term is, now I will not say b, because this 3 is also involved in the 6. So 2ab is 6. If 2ab is 6, I say 6x. Let's also continue with x. So 2ab is 6x. So 2 times 3x times b is equal to 6x. B is equal to 6x upon 6x. Cancelled out. 1. If b is 1, b square is also 1. So we get 3x square, 3x whole square minus 6x plus 1 minus 1 minus 3. We'll check on this. We get 3xa plus b, sorry, minus b whole square and minus 1 minus 3 minus of 4. This is our answer. Clear? Again, we have a perfect square over here. So that this will give us 2x whole square minus of 20x plus of 30. So 2ab is 20x. So it means 2 times 2x times b is 20x. B is equal to 20x upon 4x. We get 5. B is equal to 5. B square is equal to 25. So we'll add 25 and subtract 25. So 2x square minus 20x plus 25 minus 25 plus 30. 2x. So if I check these, I am getting a whole square of 2x minus of 5. And over here, if I simplify these two, I get plus of 5. I hope you are understanding this. Oh, I'm really very sorry. The sign was positive over here. So positive, positive, and positive. Silly mistakes should be avoided. All right. We have a perfect square. So perfect square is 5x whole square plus 40x minus of 4. Clear? We got a as 5 of x. We got 2ab as 40x. It means 2 times 4x, sorry, 5x times b is equal to 40x. It means b is equal to 40x upon 10x. That gives us b is equal to 4. B square is equal to 16. So 5x square plus 40x and plus of 16 minus of 16 minus of 4. We'll choose these two, and over here we get 5x plus of 4 whole square. Here 5 2s are 10 and times 4 40x. So now over here we get 16 and 4 negative of 20. I hope it is clear. So part D, again a perfect square. We'll bring it within the whole square. So 3x whole square minus 42x plus of 61. So we get a as 3x. We get 2ab as 42x. It means 2 times 3x times b is equal to 42x. B is equal to 42x over 6x. So we get b as 7. B 7. B square is 49. So we get 3x square whole square minus 42x plus 49 minus 49 plus 61. We'll convert this to a whole square. That will be A term is 3x minus 7 whole square and plus of 12. That should be our answer. Okay, I think that's enough for today. I'll meet you in the next lecture. Till then, take care. Practice. Okay, bye. Thanks.